Welcome to Thousand Bodies Podcast. I'm King Gerald Jones, and this is season 3. For those who have been following me or watching me, you guys know what it is. You guys know what I do. I simply pull a body out of the body bowl, and I tell the story, good, bad, right, wrong. I'm going to tell y'all the story, give it to y'all raw and uncut. So this is Thousand Bodies Podcast. Oh, yeah. Make sure you also subscribe on Twitch. Make sure you subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, and all platforms, Thousand Bodies Podcast, or under my name, King Gerald Jones. This is season 3. I'm so excited to have season 3. You guys, if y'all been with me, y'all know we've had plenty stories, good, bad, good women, bad women, all the above. So I'm gonna, if this is your first time viewing, go check out all my other podcasts from all the other seasons, and you'll be up to speed. But for those that's your first time, what I simply do is pick a body out of the bowl and tell a story. And we're going to get right into it right now. So we're going to shake up the body. This is the body bowl. We're going to shake up the body bowl. Then we're going to pick a number. We pick the number. We got a white ticket, y'all. We got a white ticket. We got white ticket number. Ooh, I barely can see that. We got white ticket number 5993. White ticket 5993. White ticket 5993. We're going to get, hopefully, all the stories be good. If they don't, I don't really tell them. I'll edit it out. So I'm going to give y'all a good story today. White ticket 5993. Okay. Let's get into it. Today's story, today's pick, today's body bowl draw is about, I guess, should I give the year? I don't be wanting to give my age, but guess it, I'll give my age. So this happened in like 03 or 04. So at this time, I was 23 years old, and I was sleeping with the oldest woman that I had ever slept with. She was a cougar, if you want to call her that, or if you guys know what I'm talking about. She was a cougar. She was older than me. She was 43 and I was 23. So let me think. How did it start? So I actually met this. Oh, before I even tell y'all this, remember that I rate on a scale from 1 to 100%. 100 being good. I rate face and I rate body. So we're gonna rate her. Her rating for body was maybe an 80%. 80%. She was older at the time. Like I said, I was 23. She was 43. So I was kind of more intrigued about her body. It was cool. And I was more intrigued because she was older and she was cool. So about her body was like an 80% above average, not fire, but above average. And her face was maybe an 85%. So her face was 85%, body was at 80%. So I actually met this girl, or this young lady, she wasn't young. I met this older lady from a friend of mine, a female friend of mine. If y'all been watching previous podcasts, it was one girl that I mentioned a couple of times that was my best friend at the time. And I had slept with her. I was sleeping with her as well. But not only was I sleeping with her, but she would put me on and introduce me to other, her little female friends. If I could remember, it was maybe 4 to 5 female friends that she, hooked me up with and, allowed me to do my do with. And she never told them. She just kept it between us that me and her were sleeping together, but she would hook me up with her friends. So I actually met this particular, we're going to call her the cougar. I actually met the particular cougar through her. So I remember this particular day, I go over her house, my friend's house, my female best friend at the time, and the cougar is over there. So I walk in and I see her, and I could remember what she had on. She had on like a black shirt or whatever, sweater shirt or whatever. And I remember her having these tight white jeans on, and she had ass, she had body, she was thick, ass fat, woo woo. I was like, cool, okay, she got body. But she had body, but I also remember her having these nasty toe up, I guess I call them Walmart wedge heels. They were like some black, and you could see, and they was cheap because you could see the stitching, like the white stitching coming out of the black. So she had these wedge heels. Don't get me wrong, she still looked good, and I was still obviously was gonna hit, but I did notice her little cheap Walmart wedge heels or whatever. So anyway, she's over there, and this is when at the time Jay-Z was out, Change Clothes or the Black Album was out. So she's dancing and she boogieing to Change Clothes or whatever. And at the time, twerking wasn't really popular. I don't think it was out, or at least it wasn't out. I think twerking was out in the South, but it wasn't out in California or in LA. So she wasn't twerking, but she was moving. I guess they just used to be doing the butt or just moving their butt. It wasn't so much emphasis on the twerking like it is now. So she wasn't twerking, but she was dancing and she was moving her hip and shaking her butt. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh, she kind of cool, whatever, whatever. So like I said, I walk in. So my best friend, female at the time, she like, oh, this is my friend. And she looked, she said, hey, how you doing? And she turned to her and she said, oh, he's cute. And then she started back dancing. So immediately my light bulb popped up in my head. I'm about to try to hit this cougar. Like I said, she looking good. She looking cool, whatever. So she dancing, change clothes and go. So I'm watching her. I'm not letting her, I like no creep, but I'm kind of like checking her out or whatever, whatever, whatever. So after the song go off, she come and sit down and she sit down by me. So she's real friendly. She's real cool. I mean, I guess she's older, so she's not intimidated or scared, to talk to me. But I'll tell you this. I really wasn't scared or intimidated, but it was something kind of intriguing and had me reserved. Like I thought maybe I needed to act older or be mature or watch the things I say when talking to this older lady. But anyway, back to the story, back to the lecture at hand. She sits on the side of me or whatever, and she's talking. And she said, hey, how you doing? And we just, nothing serious, nothing whatever, but, exchanging pleasantries, whatever. She tell me her name. Oh, that's another thing. Quick side note. This season 3, I'm going to allow you guys, the viewers and the listeners, to guess the name. What you have to do, we're going to do it like hangman style. So you can go to the comments on YouTube, comment a letter. Only one viewer can comment one letter. You can't comment more than one letter. You could guess one letter. You got to let another viewer or listener or whatever comment, but only on YouTube. Only on YouTube can you guess a letter. And if your letter is right, you'll see how it goes. Just comment one letter. Don't try to guess 2 letters or 3 letters. This is hangman style. So getting back to the story, the cougar, won't say her name, but you guys can guess it in the comment section. We're talking. What's up? We're talking. So fast forward the night, we having cool little conversation, and it's cool. So I'm like, what's up with you? What you about to do? And she say, I got to go home and cook for my kids and go check on my husband. And it kind of threw me for a loop because we were just exchanging, like, I thought I was spitting. I thought I was macking. I thought I was, shooting my, my piece. And I thought I was getting somewhere with it. And again, I was 23 at the time. So immediately, I kind of shut down like, oh, she said husband. She got to go cook for her kids and take her. And I was like, immediately in that moment, I was like, oh, at the time, 23 years old, I wasn't mature enough to know that. That kind of, for some people, that kind of don't mean nothing. But I just thought it was like a red flag, like, oh no, she ain't with it. So she said, I'm gonna be cooking for my kids and I'm gonna go check on my husband. But we can do something after that. And immediately my little confidence popped back up, like, oh, okay, like, but I still was leery and kind of thinking, like, dang, like she got a husband. Like, what is she about to cheat? Like, all kind of things went in my 23-year-old immature brain. But truth be told, I really didn't care. I really didn't care if she had a husband. I really didn't care. But I still was like, dang, like, what's going on? Anyway, getting to the story, getting back to the story. So I was like, well, okay, we can see what's up after or whatever. She's like, yeah, we see what's up. So she leave. And I'm talking. So now it's me and my female best friend at the time. We're there. We're talking. She's like, so I'm like, what's up with old girl? She got a husband. She's like, yeah, she married or whatever, but don't worry about that. And okay, that's what she's. So I'm like, she's like, you think she cool? I'm like, yeah, she cool. And she was like, you don't care, because at the time, I think my female best friend, she was 1 year. Well, not at the time, but she's always been 1 year older than me. So we kind of young. She's 24, I'm 23, and here it is. This girl, her friend, is 43, but whatever. And she was like, you're not tripping that she older? I said, nah, it's kind of cool, whatever. She's like, all right, whatever. But She said she gonna come back. I was like, all right, whatever. So time going by, I'm chilling. We chilling. We watching TV. We chilling. We chopping it up. Time going by and nothing. At this time, I don't. Well, I ain't gonna say it wasn't no cell phones, but cell phones wasn't popular or popping like they are now. So we barely had. Not I ain't gonna say barely. I didn't have a cell phone. She didn't have a cell phone. So I'm just chilling. And you call somebody on a landline, and if they don't ain't there, you won't get to them. So anyway, we chilling or whatever, and hours go by, maybe 2-3 hours go by and whatever. So I'm thinking like, dang, like maybe it's a bus. So my friend, my best friend at the time, she like, well, maybe she ain't coming back, maybe her, whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm about to go, man, because whatever. So I go outside and I go to get in my truck. As I go outside, going to get in my truck, I didn't know this, but the girl stayed like maybe four houses, like right down the block. So I get in my truck and I see her down there. And she looking up, and it's kind of like a hill. And she looking up and she waved at me. Like wave, like flag me down, like wave, like wait. So I'm like, okay. So didn't leave, chilling, whatever. And she walked back up the street to my best friend's house. We in front of the house. So she's like, oh, where was you going? I thought you was coming back. I said, I didn't know if you was coming back. I know you said you have to check on your kids and all, all that, cook for your kids and all that stuff. She's like, yeah, well, I'm about to go get my stuff and we're gonna leave. And I'm like, okay. So she leave and go back down to her house. Now I'm sitting in the car like, what kind of situation do she got going on where she could just leave her husband and her kids? But again, this is my immature 23-year-old mind. Now I know so much stuff that it wouldn't even surprise me and it wouldn't bother me. So I'm sitting, waiting. Long story short, she come back with her stuff. She get her stuff, she get in my truck, and we drive. She's like, oh, where we going? I'm thinking in my mind, like, oh, let's go to the beach. Let's go to I'm about to go try to smash her at the beach or whatever. Because I don't think I have money for a room. I don't remember, but my mind always, my mindset at that age was always, oh, well, I'm about to go to the beach, smash her at the beach. So I was like, oh, you want to go to the beach? She was like, yeah, we could go to the beach, but, do you want to get a room or go to a room? I'll get the room. And I'm like, cool, for sure. We can go to the room. Not only are we going to the room, she said she's going to pay for the room. So at my 23-year-old pockets, I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. So we pull up to a Motel 6. I don't know, do Motel 6 still be popping or not or whatever, but at the time, Motel 6 used to be popping. That used to be the spot to get your little cool little freak on real quick. So we go to pull up to the whatever. She get the room, whatever. We go in the room. Now we walk in the room. We in the room. So the first thing she do is go get in the shower. And I'm thinking like, okay, she about to get in the shower. We about to get busy. She get in the shower or whatever. I'm waiting. I take my little clothes off. I still got my boxers on, my drawers on or whatever. And she go get in the shower, bam, bam, bam. And she come back in a towel. Then she got the towel wrapped around her. So she get in the bed or whatever. And again, 23-year-old, she get in the bed. I think I'm about to get busy. And she like, you don't want to take a shower? You're not gonna go take a shower? And I was like, okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower. Yeah, I'll go take a shower. But like I said, in my 23-year-old mind, I think I'm about to just jump out the shower for her. I ain't dirty, but 23 years old. So I go get in the shower, boom, I'm taking a shower with the Motel 6 soap, whatever, take the little paper off of it, washing my balls, washing myself up with the little soap. So boom, I finish and I go in the room. When I get in the room, she's in the bed and so she's naked and she got the towel off or whatever. And I come in with the towel, boom. I'm like, okay, well, we're about to get busy right now. So I throw my towel off, get in the bed, boom, boom. I'm thinking, I'm trying to jump to it. She said, hold on. She was like, you don't want a massage? And I was like, I guess so. Yeah. I don't mind a massage or whatever. So boom, I lay on my stomach. She gave me a massage, boom. And I'm not gonna say this is no, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say this. It's not the first time. So, but I can notice that she's not just trying to jump into it like that. Like how my young Jack Rabbit self was trying to get right to it. So she, she's taking her time and she priming the situation. She moisturizing the situation and preserving the sexy. So, she massaging me. She on top of me. She on my back, whatever. She massaging me, and it's feeling good. It is relaxing me or whatever. I'm starting to calm down. Like I said, I was just trying to get in. I was just trying to get in where I fit in real quick. So she's massaging me. She massaged my back. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So when she's massaging me, she pulled out the baby oil. She brought baby oil, so that let me know she already had her plot and her plan how she was gonna finesse the D. And I'm thinking I'm about to finesse the P, but she already then thought 10 steps ahead of me. She got the baby oil, and she, like I said, she's massaging me. She massaged my back, get to the lower back, get to my buns, get to my legs. She's massaging my legs. She's doing like a little deep tissue massage on my back of my thighs, back of my legs, back of my calves. Massage. She even did the little baby oil on my feet or whatever. And it did relax me. Of course, I wanted to get it right into it at that age, but it did relax me to the point where, okay, it's not just about wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's a little sensual and whatever. So she tell me to turn over. So I turn over. She get on top of me and she get the baby oil, put some more baby oil. She doing my neck, like my neck, my lower neck, my collarbone, boom. She get my arm. And it's feeling real good. It's feeling real good. So she come down to my chest, my stomach, boom, boom, boom. She doing her thing. So she finally get down to the situation. Y'all know what the situation is. She get down to the situation and she don't put the baby oil massage the situation. She immediately throw the situation in her mouth. She immediately started doing her thing. She's doing her thing. So I'm like, okay. And like I said, I don't know. It's something about, and as years pass, I see it. It's something about going straight into it, and then it's something about getting that massage and kind of taking your time and kind of teasing with the sexuality or teasing with the sensuality or whatever of it. So anyway, back to the lecture at hand. She's doing her thing. She bobbing, she slams, she doing bing, bing, bing. She doing her thing to me, and I'm receiving it. So she doing her thing, whatever. I'm relaxed. I'm at full attention, and I will tell you this too. At the time, I'm 23. She's 43. I'm so much at full attention. I'm like, it's a different full attention. Like I said, the sensualness and the sexuality and the calmness and getting right into it was a different kind of arousal. So I'm aroused. She doing her thing. She boom, 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 bing. She beatboxing on me. She doing her thing. So she get off the beat, and she ride me. So she ride me. She doing her thing. I'm doing my thing. We doing our thing together. Boom, she ride me. And it is a different kind of, just the whole movement, the whole finesse of it was just a different, and obviously now that I'm the age that I am, I'm a grown man, king uncle. I've had those experiences several times, and it is a different and better experience for me, when you were or when you are sleeping with an older woman or a more seasoned or more mature or older model type woman, older model. So she ride me. Like I said, she do her thing, I do my thing, we do our thing. And we hitting the positions. Like I said, we doing all the positions. She ride me, then she flip over, I'm on top of her. Oh, I do remember I was trying, and this is to speak to the older ladies or whatever. They don't. I ain't gonna say. I don't know all older women, but the experiences that I had, they don't like it fast. They don't want you to beat them up. They want the sensuality. They want the slowness. They want the slow grind. They want the slow stroke. With that being said, when she had flipped over while I was still in her. Like y'all know the trick. Y'all know the trick where you put the leg under. If she riding, she put the leg under, and then y'all just flip over, and then I'm on top. So we do that little number or whatever, or I do that little number. And I thought I was about to pound. I thought pound, pound. But she said, slow down, like slow down. Like she grabbed me like slow down, slow down, slow down. So boom, I slow down, and now I'm giving her the slow strokes, the long strokes, the small jabs, and the body rolls, and I'm doing digging a scene, digging on you, digging on me, baby, baby, baby. So I'm going slow because she said go slow, and and I do understand it do be better. It just depends on the situation. And in this situation, it was better for me to slow down. So boom. But I will say this. So we first she rolled me, then I'm on top in missionary. Now we get to the position where we switch positions and we're in doggy. I kind of want to do what I want to do fast in doggy. And I do it. And she allowed me to. I guess she was cool with the because she had the little sensual and the sexy, the slowness. So now she allowed me to do it. And so I'm hitting her doggy style. She, like I said, she got ass. She got ass in the tight white jeans. She got ass. Boom. I'm hitting her. I'm hitting. Boom. Within 2 minutes, I release. I do my thing, whatever. Oh, and of course, I don't know if you guys got to check out my. I guess I got a preview y'all or brief y'all on it. I'm always either gonna use protection or I'm gonna pull out because I wasn't playing that child stuff. So I pull out or whatever, like I said, and do my thing, whatever. So did we? Oh, so we lay there for a little while longer, whatever, and we, of course, I'm not gonna say of course because I've seen it done. We didn't spend the night. We just stayed for a couple hours or whatever. So she's like, okay, well, I gotta go. I gotta go back home. I gotta go. And this is another thing that surprised me. This was crazy. Is she said this weekend I'm going to be having a barbecue at my house. I want you to come. And I'm thinking like you're about to have a barbecue at your house with your husband and your kids. And I said, all right, well, I'll see what I got going on. So long story short, we get up, get dressed, leave, go back to drop her off. I go back, drop her off or whatever, go home or whatever. And I end up talking to my best friend the next day about it because we used to share sex stories or whatever. So I tell her about the experience and whatever. And she's laughing and whatever. So I'm Thousand Body Storytelling podcasting back then in 03 telling her or whatnot. And she's laughing and we're talking about it or whatever. So she's like, boy, you really did sleep with that old lady or whatever. So now she kind of lightweight clowning me or whatever, but whatever. It was cool. But I say, hey, did she tell you about the little barbecue she gonna be having? She said, yeah, whatever. I said she invited me. She said, what? She invited you? I said, yeah. And she was like, I said, ain't she married? Ain't her husband? She said, yeah, that's why I don't know why she invited. She was like, boy, don't go to that girl barbecue. Don't go to that girl house. And she got her whole husband in there with her kids. I said, I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about going, but I was thinking about it, like that's kind of crazy. Like you kind of bold to think that I'm about to go. The dude that your I don't know, was I a side piece? I was a YN to her at the time. You about to have your YN at your barbecue with your husband and your kids. So anyway, my best friend, she's like, nah, don't go. She said she going, but don't go to that girl house. And I was like, for sure, agreed. I'm not going to that girl house. So, but it was kind of crazy that she would invite me to her YN to her house or whatever. So that was that. We did that. That was my story. That's kind of the end. Nothing really major, whatever. But like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys the story: good, bad, ugly, indifferent. I'm gonna pick a ticket, whatever the ticket is. I'm gonna just tell the story. So that's it. That's it for today's episode on Thousand Bodies Podcast. But I also want you guys to start tuning in because I'm going to start vlogging. The vlog is going to be Thousand Bodies Podcast. Thousand Bodies Vlog. How I got 1,000 bodies. So I'm not going to be telling stories like I do now, but I'm going to be giving the information on how and what I was doing to get 1,000 bodies. For example, I will even be telling you the cons of, why it's not good to be on 1,000 body hunt, or some of the woes that I came across, some of the good things, but I'm going to be going more in depth of how I got 1,000 bodies. And that's going to be the vlog that's going to be coming up. So y'all stay tuned and stay looking out for that. Also, make sure y'all go like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, when you comment, make sure, I told you guys this season, I'm letting you guys guess the name of the person that I'm talking about out of the body bowl. You only could guess one letter. You guess one letter, it's hangman style. Good. So that's it. That's the end of today's podcast, season 3. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow me on all platforms. Thousand Bodies Podcast. Thanks Twitch for checking me out today. That's it. That's it. Remember to be fruitful and don't forget to multiply. Thank you.